Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So I've been wondering, because KAL from The Walking Dead on the TV show, he's already lived longer than he does in the comics. I was really surprised by this. I remember in Season 8, if you told me that KAL was going to survive Season 8, I would have laughed. I just felt like he was destined to die. He was destined to get his comic death, because in the comics, I mean, for one thing, KAL is sort of a really minor character, and he still is. Both the TV show and the comics, he only has like 6 or 7 lines. I mean, I guess in the TV show, there's still time for him to get a bigger part, but this is his 4th season in a row. He's been on the show since Season 6, since the Hilltop was introduced, and he's been a minor character. And in the comics, close to the end of All Out War, like close to the very end of the war, Negan and the Saviors come to I don't remember if it's Hilltop or Alexandria. I think it's Hilltop, because Alexandria gets destroyed. So Negan and the Saviors go to the Hilltop, and Negan says, "Let me in," and KAL is standing on the top like he usually is, and he's got one of his spears ready, and he's like, "No, we're not letting you in." And then Negan just says, like, "Fuck this guy, someone shoot him." And so one of his saviors just casually shoots KAL in the head. Like, poor guy. I mean, that's like not even dramatic or anything, but yeah, I figured that KAL would just get that death. I figured he'd get the same death in a TV show. Like I said, if you told me he would survive Season 8, I would have laughed. But then again, if you told me that Carl would die in Season 8, I would have laughed too, and that happened as well. So I guess I need to not underestimate crazy decisions that the writers make on the show. KAL survived All Out War, Carl didn't. That is just a weird sentence to say, and it's true. But we're on Season 9 now, and I'm wondering, how much longer will KAL live? I mean, this isn't the first time that a character lived longer than they did in the comics. I mean, Abraham lived a little longer than the comics. Tyrese lived longer than the comics, but he was also introduced later than he was in the comics. So it was kind of the same lifespan overall. But Tobin lived longer. If they went by the comics, Tobin would have died during Season 6. During No Way Out, when they were surrounded by walkers. So it's not, I guess it's not that surprising. I just didn't think it would be KAL. You know, KAL's such a minor character. But with Season 9, I still think he could die. I would like to see him make it to Season 10. I would like to see that happen. But I just don't know. I mean, he's a cool guy. He's a cool character. I liked the scene with Gregory when Gregory was talking shit about KAL, and KAL was like, "What the hell, man?" Like, that was kind of funny. And KAL is friends with Eduardo, who's kind of more of a fan favorite. I think, like, the actor's a little bit more famous. Damn it, I know his name. But anyway, Eduardo's also, he hasn't gotten too much screen time either. He hasn't gotten too much material. But it's cool that both characters are still alive. They've been alive since Season 6. Their characters have been friends, and they work together, and I'm happy for the actors. I mean, they might not be big characters, but trust me, they're happy they're still alive. I mean, they're happy they're still on The Walking Dead. I always sort of figured that Eduardo would live longer than KAL. I don't know why. It just seems like a thing. I feel like with Eduardo, they actually have plans for him. Like, they have plans to develop him, and they're going to kill KAL. So Eduardo is really upset, and it hardens him, and it makes him a harder survivor, and it gives him character development. And then in Season 10, Season 11, Season 12, KAL continues to develop, and he just continues to develop, and maybe at some point he dies down the road. But I always figured that KAL would die before Eduardo. But I didn't think KAL would even make it to Season 9. But now that he has, I still think he's going to die soon. There's 2 big ways that they could kill KAL in Season 9. He could be one of the heads on Spikes. He could. If they follow the comics, there's got to be 12 heads. KAL could be one of those heads. If they want to keep him alive until the Whisperer War, because they need you need soldiers for the Whisperer War. You need familiar background characters, familiar main characters, fighting, those big battles and being soldiers. And you need some of them to die. You need sad deaths during the Whisperer War. I think during the Whisperer War, the big deaths were Father Gabriel, Andrea, and arguably Lucille, because Lucille gets destroyed if you want to consider the Bat a character. But Andrea's dead already, obviously. Father Gabriel, they could give him his comic death. I still think that they could do that. He's been on the show for a long time anyway. The Whisperer War's probably not going to be it until the end of season 9 or the beginning of season 10. So yeah, they could give Father Gabriel his comic death during the Whisperer War, and they could also kill KAL during the Whisperer War. They could give KAL, a big death, so that we got like a familiar face that's a casualty, and it upsets Eduardo, and Eduardo gets super pissed, and he like machine guns 100 Whisperers or something, something like that. Yeah, I think if KAL doesn't die this season, if by some crazy luck KAL manages to survive season 9, he will definitely die in season 10. Prove me wrong. It's going to happen. He's either going to die in season 9 or season 10. Probably season 10. I would like to see him make it at least to season 10, because, he's a cool character. The actor seems cool. He looks like he's happy to be on the show, and he's happy to be sort of a recurring character. And we need familiar faces to live a little while, and season 8 got rid of a lot of the Alexandrians, and we lost Francine, Eric, Tobin, Andy, a shitload of characters from the Kingdom, like Daniel, Alvaro, Shiva. Season 8 killed a lot of the smaller characters. So for KAL to make it to season 10, that's reasonable. So overall, I think KAL will either die in season 9 or season 10, but probably season 9. Anyway, guys, just let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.